Hello everyone, Keza here today. Doing some fun stuff with my imps. I got the red lantern that I wanted, so now I have a blessed red lantern to run around with and use one of the most pointless tames in the game in a combo with it. It is absolutely amazing. If you're not familiar with imps, these guys take up 2 control slots. They have like 110 hit points, and they're basically worthless, and it's amazing because they look so awesome. Anyhow, these amazingly pointless tames are amazingly good at killing all the small mobs in these graveyards. They can do the mini bosses too, but primarily I just go there for fun, you know, kind of a themed thing to kill the small mobs. And FYI, if you see the zombies that have 750 hit points, get ready to have a trophy drop in your pack, because that's what's been happening for me. Also, always remember to bank your holiday coins and any trophies you get, because these graveyards are still full of PKs roaming about, trying to get your stuff or just kill you for counts, because they know people are going to be around these days. I actually had a really funny encounter with some PKs earlier. They just came up, surrounded, and dropped me so fast. It was pretty funny. But as usual, I always go out in the field prepared to lose everything. So, just a weapon lost there, I think. No big deal. Now the really fun part of this build, I think, is just going around fighting at nighttime. I mean, look at the lighting. With that lantern and everything. Ah, it's so perfect. Anyways, once I got over my lantern obsession, I moved on to my old build, which is Scorpion and Archer. I've used this build for so many different random things, mostly the Archer for Horrors or to be part of an Archer turret, and the Scorpions are really just for fun and partly because they have deadly poison and, I mean, they tank well because they're immune to other poisons and they're immune to Mind Blast basically because of their stats. So actually a somewhat more feasible build for farming the graveyards. I mean, I did get some dead scorpions, but I mean, they're just there to die. You can see this mini-boss is actually mostly dead, and the fight hasn't even been going a full minute. But on to the next thing I was trying is a build I've used a lot for Iron Man stuff, the Aussie Tank Axer here. I had a lot of fun going around in graveyards with this, and freaked out a few players who had never seen this build before in action, but this build can hold its own against all the Halloween mini-bosses. What I did need to log in multiple accounts for was all of the primary bosses that spawn occasionally at the graveyards. You can see I took out the Dread Captain. I've done that a few times using my dual archers and then a caster to put up some fire fields and blade spirits and occasional e-bolt. And then I got the Frankenstein monster a few times also, the cat lady. Just been, you know, making the rounds, and if I see any bosses up, I'll bring in everyone and take them down. Things like this Blood Necro are much more common to see than the main bosses. And I mean, if you can kill them quick enough, they're definitely much faster holiday coins. The main bosses do have some rare drops that are pretty unique, and they do drop 5 holiday coins all at once, but I mean, in less than half an hour I can usually get 5 holiday coins from these mini-bosses. This fight with this Blood Necro, I didn't even stay hitting him the entire time, and the fight still took under a minute. But as usual, I do waste a bunch of time being rather inefficient running around killing the small mobs, or just bringing in my other silly builds like imps just for fun. So, I mean, if you're going for gold or a holiday coin per hour, a Dexter Tamer seems to be a really good option for Halloween stuff. I'm not keeping really close track on the exact amount of holiday coins I've gotten from Outer World spawns, because I'm mixing it with coins I've gotten from Night of Horrors and stuff, but I know it's somewhere over 200 coins so far. And that's not because I'm out farming 24/7, that's just because, I mean, if you can kill mini-bosses in a minute flat, you can, I mean, if you got lucky, you could really get, I guess, 30 holiday coins in an hour. That's just assuming, you know, it takes a minute to set up for the next fight in between fights and find another mini-boss, but that's a little optimistic. I'm just going to say my normal rate is closer to about 15 holiday coins an hour, because I get caught up in nonsense like this, where I jump my Ostards way too deep into a pile of garbage, and then I have to figure out how to keep them all alive. So this is the majority of what my crazy Halloween experience has looked like. If yours is somewhat less exciting, I'm sorry. You should just make a Dexter Tamer now and get started, because the madness is just amazing, and the profits are also pretty amazing. So make a Dexter Tamer. That's, I think, step one to succeeding at Halloween for next year. And then, of course, the Night of Horrors are just tons of fun, but definitely not for Dexter Tamers, because you can't bring tames. So that actually eliminates like 90% of my builds. So I've been doing it on my Battle Miner, who's been doing surprisingly well. He has lumberjacking and, I mean, mining, smithing. So I get points for crafting, and then also points for, you know, all the normal hitting stuff. And I actually ended up getting 2 trophies in one event, one for most minion damage, and the second trophy for top crafter, I guess. I didn't even know this, but I guess the person to craft the most items gets a trophy for it, and you get additional holiday coins. So in that one round I was able to get 17 just from the rewards thing, and I think I got another 4 or 5 from hitting bosses, so that was fun. Anyhow, I am going to keep this video short because it is still Halloween while I'm recording this, and there's more mini-bosses and bosses to be killed. So, as always, thank you for watching. Feel free to leave any comments, and with luck, maybe I'll see you guys out there on the field. Later.